Hey there, and welcome to our latest episode of What's on the Horizon. I'm Lori Sharenbrock here with Chris Shooker of Digital Horizons, and I want to talk about security systems.
Okay.
I live in a neighborhood in Cross Lake, which is kind of north of the Brainerd Lakes area, and there's a lot of lake homes
Yep.
up there.
Oh, yeah.
And I see like the signs in people's yard, protected by blah, blah, blah. Are those signs effective? Like, do you think they really deter people who are intent on that?
I think there's a lot of things that somebody can do to make their house less of a target.
Sure.
Or to provide some sort of deterrent. And just like clothing, I think layers are what are most helpful.
That's a really good
So
analogy.
yeah, if for example, you don't have security or cameras, but you want to make it seem like you do,
Sure.
absolutely, I think a sign can help. I think stickers on windows and doors are also helpful. I think fake cameras are also helpful.
Huh.
But what makes them actually successful in doing their job is it can't be obvious that they're not real. And what I mean by that is I have on many occasions gone to a client's house, maybe where, they're maybe not necessarily wanting cameras or security, and we're going out there
Sure.
to talk AV or home theater systems or something like that. And I'll see a sign, and they've got, some sort of placard on the
Yes.
fire number
Yes.
or, whatever on the tree. And I think what my preference, or I should say my opinion is that if it's a generic name, AAA security or, something along those lines, that's obviously not a real company.
Right.
I don't think it takes someone a lot of thinking to realize that those aren't real.
Right.
So what I think is effective in those means is to, obviously have a system from somebody who's local, but at minimum have signs that represent a known real company.
Gotcha.
So obviously, having signs from somebody local, if you can get them, or a national brand, if that's a thing, and have something be, actually legitimate. The thing that you don't want to do is to advertise that you have something and then not have anything, because you're really not doing anything for yourself at that
Right.
point. You're just kind of hoping someone doesn't pay attention to details. And overall, I would say it's just giving you a false sense of security.
Sure.
But yeah, any of those things, the more of them that you have, even if my opinion is that, the generic stuff isn't very successful, the more of it you have to maybe add some legitimacy to it,
Sure.
could potentially go a long way.
So no like Inspector Gadget, like
Yeah.
tripwires. No,
Yeah.
none of that's necessary.
No, truthfully, when it comes to if someone wants to make their house less of a target,
Sure.
besides having signs from Digital Horizons
Right.
and an actual system, doing things to make your home look lived in are going to be far more effective. And so just to give you a sample of how we do that for our clients over and above the security
Sure.
systems and camera systems that we install is when we install a lighting control system in someone's
yeah.
home, we will set up a way for them to activate a vacation mode, which means through the press of a button, the system will have been keeping track of how the lights were used on a rolling 7-day period. And so when they activate vacation mode, it just
Mimics.
replays how those lights were used, and it makes the home look lived in. And so if you approach a home and a light turns on in the living room and you have, malintent, you're going to see that light turn on and you go, yeah, I don't want anything to do with that. The other thing that we do is we will, kind of along the same veins, is when we install window shading systems, we will have shades go up and down.
Oh, sure.
They might be on a schedule where they open at sunrise
Yeah.
or 7 a.m. and then they close at a certain time. And so if someone's maybe casing the joint from the lake and they see a light turn on or a shade closed, it makes the home look lived in. And if you look up statistics of anybody who has intent on breaking in, they don't want to do it when someone is home.
Right.
So if you make your house look lived in,
they can avoid.
That will be the best deterrent, even better than having actual security or
There.
actual cameras. Hands down.
So we don't all need to like take the extreme measures of Kevin in Home Alone when he has to get his. That's still one of my all-time favorite movie scenes when they're rocking around the Christmas tree, and
Right.
it deterred those guys.
Yeah.
They didn't break in that night because it
Correct.
looked like it was
That someone was
lived
home.
in.
Yep.
But you probably don't need to take measures quite as extreme
No.
as that. No.
No.
Well, if you have any questions about that or how you can like help your house feel more lived in when you're not there, this is the guy. This is the place to talk to. So if you have any questions, give them a call. Otherwise, stay tuned for more episodes of What's on the Horizon. Thanks for joining us.